American energy has always been about the boom and the bust. Technology, economics, and luck collide to ignite a frenzy of drilling, pulling oil and natural gas from the ground until prices plunge. But this boom is different. American oil and gas is creating a renewed global fossil fuel era, with impacts on profits, public health, and the world's climate. And it's all starting in the Permian Basin, ground zero for drilling. The region is putting out twice as much oil as it did 4 years ago during the last boom. Across states like Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado, drilling rigs are popping up within city limits, towering over schools and homes. The boom has made the U.S. the top producer of oil in the world. But out of that increase in American oil and gas production over the last few years, almost none of it is staying in the U.S. Instead, it's going abroad, sold to nations like China, South Korea, India, and even the United Arab Emirates. Some political leaders call this energy independence.
We don't want to let other countries take away our sovereignty and tell us what to do and how to do it. It's not going to happen.
But the U.S. is still importing oil, 1.4 billion barrels just in the first half of 2018, with 1/3 of that from the foreign cartel OPEC. And even though the American oil and gas boom means more money for some local governments and bigger profits for the companies extracting and shipping fossil fuels around the globe, it also has real costs, both at home and for the world's climate. Researchers have found elevated risks of cancer and respiratory problems for people living near drilling sites, which are pushing further into residential areas. That set up battles between the companies drilling for oil and gas and the communities in their path.
At what point do we say that money trumps health and safety?
America's emergence as the new global superpower for fossil fuels will pump more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and will change the course of the world's energy future as countries use more oil and gas, just as scientists are urging a transition to renewable energy. That will make it even tougher to slow planetary warming and avert the problems that come with it, from rising sea levels to more powerful storms and wildfires. Meanwhile, expensive new terminals, pipelines, and other infrastructure in the U.S. and abroad threaten to lock in fossil fuel use for decades to come.